Hand clap to the master, guys. You're definitely back again for another reaction on this, yeah. The one and only Mystelics reacts channel right there. And then, guys, big up yourself, my people. Round of applause goes out to each and every one of you guys who've tuned into yet another reaction. Big up, my people. We're definitely back for another vibrations. Don't forget, guys, to give this video a thumbs up. That will help the algorithm of YouTube to push the videos further and further in this regard. And don't forget, guys, if you want to become a part of Mystelics family, and of course you don't want to miss out on any sort of, you know, notification when I drop videos and stuff, definitely subscribe and click the bell so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. Guys, as you can see right there in this here photo, this is an island. Of course, JetBlue is seeing this thing right there. This is an island in the Caribbean, and it seems like this is what Dominica looks like from afar. Not gonna lie, guys, there are some times when I actually flew over Dominica. I'm trying to get to Dominica, you know, guys, but I'm flying over Dominica to go to another island and then take a plane from that island to go to Dominica, which is rather interesting. So I've always tried my best to see if I could get a shot like this. I never did, unfortunately, but Mystelics family sent this thing for me right there, and I thought it was rather pretty cool, considering that this is what Dominica looks like. I should have done when I was doing the whole size and the fall and then this kind of things there. This is where we are right there in Dominica, guys. And of course, this is like the airstrip right there. So for people who don't know, this is the airstrip. If you can't see it, let me make it a bit bigger for you guys. Hopefully you can see it right there. And we are on top there. And Roseau is like somewhere down there. It's it's so small. Even when I'm doing the aerial shots, man, I can pretty much go at that height, but I would not go at that height because there are planes flying and whatnot. My drone actually indicates to me when there are, you know, planes flying and stuff. So I get to, you know, be a little bit cautious when it comes down to the situation right there. But this is what Dominica looks like right there, guys. This is Dominica, man, in the sea. A little island in the sea. And I'm just thinking to myself, guys, Dominica doesn't look like it's really big at all when you're from this height. And if there was some sort of rippling in the ocean, brothers and sisters, I myself say we'll have to go on top of a mountain, but I suspect the ocean's so big. That thing so big, brothers and sisters, that the water might just ripple and just climb over that there. We think we're safe, we boy, with the little waves and stuff that just be there. Little tiny waves we don't see. Unfortunately, I think the individual who went to rescue the tourists and them, it was around that region right there, around somewhere there, Kalibishi Batibu area. Around that, I think it's this area right there. Because when we passing through this area, 1 mile, come 1 mile and pass through there to Gusu and then go to the airport. So that's what it is like. We don't pass on top there and then come to, guys. So just letting you guys know. So it's around this area the individual passed away. Geoffrey Cognet, I believe is his name. Sympathies goes out to his family. I did mention that yesterday. So sympathies goes out to his family. Condolences goes out to his family right there on the loss. Like I always tell people before, I hope they knew the creator before they go, because I'm sure that this guy intended to go and rescue them for him to come back, but he had no idea when it was going to be his last. So that's why it's important for people to know the creator before they leave, because we can leave at any time, man. Any time. So you can't be joking and messing around and this kind of enjoy life, no doubt about it, but always prepare yourself for the most time, man, because it's once to live and once to die. Well, I think we live in every day, so we live a number of times. So it's once to die, many days to live. And in this little time that we have left on this earth, guys, you have to make it count. Anyways, guys, with this said, let's move on to this situation that took place in the Goodwill area right there. So apparently there was some sort of accident that took place there. As you can see, a truck is there. We call it, well, not a truck, I don't know. I say in truck, a van, man. I not in America, a van. Yeah, so this little situation happened there. I'm not exactly sure what took place in this regard, but this vehicle apparently ended up in some sort of situation. Maybe the tire burst. It looks like it's slanting at the bottom. As you can see, it's slanting forward. I don't know if you guys can notice it. This is higher. The back is higher than the low one. So something probably happened to the tire in front and thus rendered it not being able to move right there. So that is what actually took place in the Goodwill region. They're writing him something. I'm sure it's not this phone number they give in. You should have pan the camera for me to see what was taking place there. Anyways, guys, today is February 22, 2022. Brothers and sisters, and a number of persons have been saying Happy Tuesday. Because today is Tuesday, so they're saying Happy Tuesday right there. May this day be filled with blessings, happiness, peace, and answered prayers, brothers and sisters, to each and every one of you guys. So I have to definitely show the love in this regard right there. The second month of the 22nd day of that second month of the 22nd year of the 21st century. What the joke is that? The 22nd year of the 21st century. Yes, well, that is Tuesday. Respect that thing. So much blessing goes out to each and every one of you guys out there. Hope you guys make to the count. I think today is just a Tuesday just like a Tuesday, but definitely I think that same blessing should go out through all the rest of your days, man. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I say Saturday, and then the rest of the times go continue right there. Anyways, guys, so much blessings in this regard right there. Anyways, I also heard that today, Tuesday, is BOUYON Day. And I remember back in the great days, man, the great old days, brothers and sisters. I'm making this thing clear for you guys to see. The great wonderful days, man, when we had these concerts out there, man, and having fun, man. This is actually a gospel concert. BOUYON, by the way, and of course, Zelle is the one on stage right now. Check this out. Boy, I was in that concert. Boy, guys, one thing, when you see it comes down to gospel concerts, especially in Dominica, gospel concerts have the high peace vibes ever. Not only on the understanding of giving the Most High thanks and praise for life in itself, but the music and the ambience and everything that have to come with it, guys. Definitely putting the best foot forward. I always recommend the gospel concerts. When you see that gospel concerts in Dominica, I always recommend the gospel concerts when it comes down to thing. But this is definitely BOUYON right there, guys. Let me bring it back for you guys. You see, it's BOUYON vibes, man.
In a Christian style, in a Christian style, everybody, cause we can chill,
how we can
wear, we can dance, we really have a sister.
Boy, I just remember them great times, boy. We need to bring them back, man. But Zelle not in Dominica again. Zelle left, man. Zelle checking, you know what? The struggle is real in Dominica. And left to find better. Unfortunately, that is what happened. But fortunately for him, he's definitely, I'm guessing, doing his thing overseas as well. But this was when he was in Dominica. Yeah, man. And then, whoop, everybody stopping. And then the music pausing. And then, yeah, boom. That, man, I tell you, man, we need these vibes, man. I just remember the last one actually was the one in Positive from Trinidad, man. Oh, man. And I remember Chad them was there, man. And these guys realized, man, these gospel concerts were nothing simple to play with. Trust me, guys. That is the best concert you can ever go to in Dominica. Gospel concerts, no doubt about it, man. The vibe is real and the energy is pure. That is what I like about it the most right there. Anyways, guys, continuing right there. This was rather interesting. I saw this thing on some people were sending me this stuff all over the place. I was gonna do something, but let me just leave that there. But this is what actually took place in this incident. They were burying somebody, and I guess the guy was celebrating as well. He was in his celebration mood, man. Yonder in the road. Hopefully YouTube don't copyright me, because YouTube like to copyright me for all kind of thing nowadays. It's always been a moment since they copyright. They respect Mystelics, man, but still. Ooh. Uncle. Let me make that bigger for you. Only to see that. Uncle have all his teeth in his mouth. Wee. Wee, 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 slow-mo. Oh my Lord. Oh, some of all you might be freaking out. Uncle, watch his teeth fall in there. Yes, sir. Uncle, watch his teeth fall in there. Wee. Yes, sir, Uncle. Wee, almost catch it. It fall on the ground, we Uncle. They just burying people there. Uncle, put that back in his mouth. Uncle, put that back in his mouth, we father. Yes, sir. Uncle, Uncle. Oh, they're looking for again. So, if it missed it, they say it have a 5-second rule. People let us give that rule. Something fall on the ground, they say it have a 5-second rule. It has no scientific backing behind that, you know, but they say it have a 5-second rule, Papa. So they say 5-second rule, if you pick it up in time, it don't have germs on it. So the germs will just watch it fall down and say, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Before they decide to jump on it. But that's probably what he was thinking right there. And Uncle, they burying people. They probably dig the hole. There's probably somebody there already. They dig the hole. They put in somebody in the inside there. Sympathies to the family of this individual right there. But it's rather interesting. The man go back for the thing. And this time, right in it, it go and he put it back in his mouth, father. Oh, in his mouth he put it. No. Oh, you wiping it. Okay. He wiping it this time. He wiping it, but brother, you have no alcohol, nothing to clean that, father. Oh, at least he didn't put it back in his mouth. But when the roll is called up yonder, his teeth shall be there. Oh, yes, it shall. In this regard. But that freaked me out, Uncle pick that up fast to put back in his. He probably pick it back up fast for people not to see, but people don't pick that up already, father. Yes, sir, father. Father, put that in his. It's so supposed not to be in his mouth. It so should not be in his mouth. The teeth escape from his mouth to go back on the ground again. Well, the 5 seconds in completion right there. It may be the first time it fall, it was probably 2 seconds. But the second time it fall, it get the additional 3 seconds. So that's probably why he don't put it back in his mouth. Boy, you cannot come in front singing when the roll is called up yonder. You will be there. And you were there, brothers and sisters. But your thief was trying to leave you. Your thief was called up yonder. In this regard. Talking about speech, guys, I remember. Hey, look the one. Look the famous one right there, guys. With the speech impediment. People were saying that to me. Right there.
Environmental degradation. When the sun going up, my speech impediment.
What she said there? When the sun what?
When the sun going up, my speech impediment.
When the sun going up, so yes, so Sukuya doesn't say this thing. I don't say this she is Sukuya, I know, guys. But she said when the sun going up, the sun somehow does affect her speech impediment. Brothers and sisters, to me, when you got a speech impediment, you're supposed to be stammering, you know, some kind of things like that. Yeah, there's some hindrance that is causing the brain to not read properly, and therefore you have some sort of speech impediment. Brothers and sisters, but this lady created a new form of speech impediment that deals with the sun rising. It's not me that's saying all you.
Environmental degradation. When the sun going up, my speech impediment.
She blamed the sun. Not the spirit. She couldn't have the spirit to speak. She blamed the sun outside there. Boy.
When the sun going up, my speech impediment.
Yes, sir. The funny thing about the whole situation right there, I go eat you up. The funny thing about the whole situation right there, guys, is that she's talking about, let's go back.
It's good for young people to know, in spite of your limitations.
My question to you is, who write your speech? Huh? Did somebody else write your speech for you? Just like you go on Google to find out what is true. And she say it goes thousands of miles below sea level. Boy, that woman, the lady said thousands of miles below sea level when she give her drone speech. So who had write your speech for you? I had to. Who did write your speech for you? Because you can't tell me you write your own speech and you don't even know what the word that you write is saying, and you want to talk about. Let's go back. She talking about young people.
Environmental
degradation. Just like assimilation. I was going to say gravitation, but that wouldn't make sense.
My speech impediment.
This is advice to the young people right there, guys.
It's good for young people to know, in spite of your limitations.
So when the sun is rising or setting, they should use that in school. Miss, I cannot read. No, the sun is setting right now, and that has implemented a implementation on my speech. What the heck? Hey, Johnny Lee, are you rubbing off on me, man? The implementation of a speech impediment.
You can go as far as you can reach.
You can go as far as you can reach. Only just give me kicks in a place, the Minister of Education. You can go as far as you can reach. So if it's there I can reach, that is as far as I can go. Sister, who give you that phrase? Where you get that phrase? Only boy, hey, that when I saw this, I had to come back on it. It was aligning with the thief problem uncle had. The lady saying things, my goodness. You can go as far as you can reach. Brothers and sisters, that's interesting.
You can go as far as you can reach.
Yes. You can go as far as you can reach. What on earth is going on there, boy? Shouldn't you aim far beyond your reach? I think if you cannot reach these stars, they always tell you aim for the stars. You can't reach these stars, no? So you have to go beyond your reach, Magwesa. You don't even reach in the what is it? The I don't know which sphere it is. Stratosphere? No, altosphere, I believe. Altosphere, I think, is right on top, man. Altosphere.
Environmental degradation is contrary.
You're not even trying to learn the word.
Environmental
Degradation.
Contrary to our goals, and I'm really not ashamed of my speech impediment.
My girl, stop blaming to your no speech impediment. Just say you don't do the word now. Sometimes, brothers and sisters, sometimes we see words and we checking, boy, that word kind of difficult, you know. Let me change that word into something else. Or you might say, boy, I know that word, you know, but I'm not exactly sure what the meaning of that word is. So let me change it to something else, or go and research it to find out if that word is what I really think it is. You see me? That is not a speech impediment, you know, brothers and sisters. That is you forgetting what the meaning of a word is, or forgetting how to pronounce a word. But it's you that write your speech. So you couldn't go in Google and type in synonyms and antonyms, man. Synonyms. I just go a little crazy sometimes when I do my thing. Anyways, guys, kudos to you, Ministry of Education. Anyways, guys, this is a situation that is taking place. I think this is in Trinidad, or one of them places, Guyana, and one of them places there. He's because there's no more mask restrictions.
Okay, párame, sin mascarilla, mira, párame, okay. Míralo ahí, míralo, sin
That have to be in South America somewhere.
mascarilla, párame, huepa, ¿qué lo que? Pídeme tarjeta,
¿Qué lo que? Venezuela, ¿qué lo que? ¿Qué lo que? ¿Qué lo que? ¿Qué lo que? Cuba, Havana.
¿Qué lo que? Mira ahí, sin mascarilla, míralo, sin mascarilla, míralo, párame, ¿qué lo que?
My brother, you dirty the place. Pick up your mask now, my brother. You just dirty the place. You check it, nobody can stop him. which is rather interesting right there on the whole situation that is taking place right now. Of course, I had the articles and stuff of the British let me get it for you guys. Okay guys, this is what I'm talking about right there guys. The UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has outlined England's roadmap to ending Rona restrictions and start living with the Rona right there. This is an announcement made yesterday, by the way guys, and of course there's more information in regards to this. You guys can actually research this and find out for yourself. UK Prime Minister announced end of legal Rona restrictions. This was never legal in the first place, but of course under emergency powers, I guess they're gonna enact this thing on that basis. However, people in England who get symptoms or test positive for Rona will no longer be legally required to self-isolate from Thursday, which is of course in 2 days time. So that is always a good thing right there. And then I'm thinking of the certain situations that is taking place in Canada right now, which is kind of crazy what is going on. So you have one country pretty much removing all the restrictions. I think they removed plan B, it was, where they were talking about you know, people don't have to it's not mandatory. The mandatory stuff has been removed, and then they're pretty much removing everything in this regard. So this guy is kind of happy about that same situation in another country. I think it's somewhere in one of them Spanish countries, and of course the UK has removed it. But Canada is on some sort of tyrant movement, man. Sometime, but before I get into that, guys, I must make mention of this particular situation that took place with an individual. This is Milo, just days after receiving this thing injection on December 10th, 2021, right there. He was admitted to Masonic Children's Hospital in Minnesota, where he was intubated and diagnosed with myocarditis. That is a problem with the heart, brothers and sisters, that a number of children are experiencing right there. Number of, not just children, but people, if they did not get the injection, they would not have gotten this situation right there. And this is one of the things that they're studying right now. They're doing research right now with the amount of billions of people who receive these injections right there. They have noticed that a lot of individuals, a few million of them, are coming down with this sort of vibrations. Even the little ones who would not have suffered with this thing, they realize the adverse events when it comes down to situations. And this is one of the hundreds of events, adverse events right there. He remains intubated for a month and a half. So he entered into the new year like this, brothers and sisters, intubated for a month and a half, and is still in the hospital nearly 2 months later. So 2 months later from December 10th would be February 10th, brothers and sisters. This brother was like this after getting injection. This is what they told children to get. This is why I say these individuals need to be jailed, brothers and sisters. They need to be jailed, whipped, send them to Saudi Arabia to be whipped in the streets, man. Wickedness right there. And we're coming down to Canada and the whole situation. Right now, the Canadian Prime Minister wants to hinder people's money. It's not that. It's not. The bank somehow think it's their money that they're stopping people from having. People put their money inside there, and somehow the Canadian Prime Minister is saying to these individuals that we are going to restrict you from having your own money in the bank. Of course, well, the bank can pretty much decide, you know what, we are an institution and we have rights to do certain things. You put your money there, so it's best you take out your money right there. Just completely take it out. And this is a situation that is happening right now in Canada, guys. Canadians withdrawing money from banks in astonishing numbers, brothers and sisters. You can see right there, Canadians are withdrawing money from banks as the government threatens to freeze accounts without the need for court orders. Of course, if it was me, my money gone before you make that already. My money would have been gone long time for it. You don't come and put no restrictions on me. It's my money. You're trying to restrict. How you have right to restrict me from my money? You making money on my money. You should be privileged to be making money on my money and then give me 0.05% on it. I put my money inside there. You get to be privileged to make money from my money. And you telling me because government give authority, somehow the government have authority to prevent me from using my money. Stop your dirty way. So Canadians decide, you know what? Firebond the institutions, which I think is a wonderful thing. And they have taken out their monies from in astonishing numbers right there. There's actually a trail on this thing, right? The Canadians are protesting the financial sovereignty. In a move planned in advance, Canadians have begun pulling out all their monies, their funds out of the bank or bank accounts. This seems to be a natural reaction to the situation. Government has threatened to freeze bank accounts without the need for a court order. Previously, you needed a court order to do these things. And when they decide to put restrictions, you have to then take out your money. You cannot tell me how to use my money. I mean, there's a difference between you using your money for evil, but when you as a citizen come together and realize that what the government is doing is not right, and you are standing against what he's doing, and he wants to then mandate certain things on you that you know should not be a part of you, and then he's trying to restrict you because you are protesting by right, for right. This is not obligated by government to give people the authority to do certain things. No, it is the people's right, for right, to do these things when something is not going in accordance to law and to their own natural sovereignties. Right there, brothers and sisters, you can see in this article right there, you can see what the hell is happening in Canada's bank right now. And of course, as you can see right there, the number of banks, Scotiabank in Canada, there have been outages, brothers and sisters. Outages as individuals are pulling out their monies in large amounts. They pull out all their money, so the banks somehow just magically have outages, man. They have outages in Scotiabank, RBC Bank, BMO outages. All of them get outages because people pulling out their money from the bank because of the foolishness. And of course, and you know what they're doing, guys? They're taking their money and they're putting it into different things. They put it into cryptocurrencies, which is smart to do right there, because cryptocurrencies cannot be controlled by the government. That is a beautiful thing right there when it comes down to that situation. So I urge every one of you guys to get into this. If you anyways, yeah, for those who know, those who don't know, you don't know. And of course, this is another thing that an individual stated right there. If you think freezing bank accounts for supporting truckers is bad, wait till they do it because they don't like your carbon footprint. So it's like a trend that is happening. I think you need to cripple the banks. YouTube might confirm you on that one, eh? Because when I talk in this thing, the YouTube don't like them at all. But you need to cripple them to show them who is the boss. It's not the banks and not the government that's the boss. They're supposed to serve the people. How on earth the people saying that they don't want things and you decide to put it on them? And there's ample reason, especially when it comes down to the rest of the world, who are literally moving away from the very thing that you're trying to impose on people. You need to stop your ways, man. You need to stop your ways. You was doing well in the first year. You come in this first term, you come in the second term and just doing mashy with yourself, man. Mashy with yourself. Anyways, guys, before this camera stop on me, this is pretty much all I asked for this here reaction right there, guys. I just thought I'd put this out there. Let me know your thoughts in this regard. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. And of course, give this video a thumbs up. That of course help the algorithm of YouTube to push the video. Help the algorithm of YouTube to push the videos further and further in this regard. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom bang.
Because what we do is to elect thieves. We elect hyenas to take care of goats, and when the goats are consumed, we wonder why.